Alright, this is the second try to get my Bible project, because the first recording I didn't turn on my microphone. So this is my Bible project. This story, the scene of Mr. Peabody and Sherman takes place after the events of the movie, and Mr. Peabody and Sherman are now hired by the government to go back in time to research historical events. So we begin in front of the White House. Joe Biden says, Peabody, Sherman, and Penny, good job on your last mission. I now want you to go get info on 1st century Palestine at the time of Jesus' birth. Mr. Peabody and Sherman say, yes, Mr. President, and the group goes into time. Penny says, where are we, Mr. Peabody? And Mr. Peabody says, we are in the Roman Empire under the rule of King Herod. And then all of a sudden, a Roman guard appears, and the Roman guard says, is that a boy? Get him, and they take him away. Penny is like, Peabody, why are they taking him away? Peabody says they are taking him away because King Herod commanded that all Jewish boys are executed. This is because he wants to kill Jesus, as he is a threat to his rule. Penny says, we need to save him, what do we do? And Mr. Peabody says, we need to get help from somebody. And he thinks about it and decides that maybe he could ask the Zealot, as the Zealots do not like the Roman rule and they want to keep the Romans out of Israel. So Peabody goes up to the Zealot and says, Mr. Zealot, what is your name? And he goes, my name is Zachary the Zealot. And Mr. Peabody says, can you help us, please? We need to get Sherman out of the hands of the Roman guards. But unfortunately, Zach isn't a fighter, so he declines them and goes on with his day. So Penny and Sherman are on their own trying to find help, and they notice a scribe up on top of the wall, and Penny suggests that they should go get help from him. Peabody says that's a terrible idea, because it's the scribe's job to document info on historical events, and if the scribe documents info on this interaction between them, it could mess up history and not be good. So Penny is like, okay, what do we do now? So they decide to go fight. They decide to get the Jews together and go fight the Roman guard and use legal advice against him, because it is baby boys and not 8-year-olds like Sherman is. So they find Sherman with his guard right in front of him, and they fight and they bribe, but then eventually the Roman guard decides that, you know what, this isn't worth it, he's not Jesus, and he lets him go. So Sherman and Peabody thank the Jews, and they all go back home. They go back in time to the White House, where Joe Biden goes, I'm sorry for everything you had to go through, I hope you are okay, here's some money. And they all go, thanks, Joe Biden. And here are the credits. I hope this is 2 minutes. It's 11:30 at night, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Give me a